Everyone. Welcome to Math and Science Clinic. So today we'll discuss about acid, base and salt, which is the chapter 2 of class 10 NCERT. So it is important for both CBSE and ICSE student. So let's start. You learned in your previous classes that the sour and bitter taste of the food is due to the presence of acid and bases respectively present in them. Okay. So if any substance is sour in taste, it is because of the presence of acid, and if it tastes bitter, that means base is present in that substance. If someone in your family is suffering from the problem of acidity after overeating, which of the following would you suggest as a remedy? Lemon juice, vinegar or baking soda. So if someone in our family is suffer from acidity, so acidity can be due to the over presence of acid in our food. Okay, so it can only be cancelled if we take some base as a remedy, because acid and base can cancel each other. So acid and base can neutralize each other so that it become cure. So you have to take lemon juice. Here is acidic in nature, vinegar is also acidic in nature, but the baking soda is basic in nature. Okay, so baking soda is nothing but sodium bicarbonate, that is NaHCO3. So baking soda can be suggested as a remedy. Okay, so which of the property do you think while choosing the remedy? So surely you must have use your knowledge about the ability of acid and bases to nullify each other's effect. Yes, we use those property that acid and base nullify each other, so that the acidity is caused due to the presence of overproduction of acid in our body. So we have to put or take some bases which can nullify it, and we become cure. Okay, so recall how we tested sour and bitter substance without testing them. Okay, you already know that the acid are sour in taste and changes color blue litmus to red, whereas bases are bitter and changes the color of red litmus to blue. So litmus is a natural indicator, turmeric is another such indicator. Have you noticed that the stain of the curry on the white cloth became reddish brown when the soap, which is basic in nature, scrub on it? It turned yellow again when the cloth is washed with plenty of water. You can also use the synthetic indicators such as methyl and phenolphthalein to test the acid or bases for bases. Okay, so what are indicator? Indicator are the substance which show change in color in the presence of acid and bases. So indicator are of two types, can be of the two types, that is natural indicator and synthetic indicator. So natural indicator which we got from nature, such as litmus, turmeric, and synthetic indicator are the substance which we can prepare in the laboratory, that is the methyl orange or phenolphthalein. Those are the synthetic indicator. So in this chapter we will study about all the acid and bases, how they react with each other, and what are the different uses in our daily life. So here is given some fact about the litmus paper, litmus solution, which is purple dye in color. Purple dye is extracted from the plant, that is lichen. So from whose plant litmus is obtained, that is from lichen, and it is belong to the subdivision that is the Thalobida, and it is commonly used indicator. So if the solution is neither acidic or basic, that is neutral solution. If a solution is neutral solution, the color of litmus is purple. Okay, so litmus can be also called as natural indicator or simply indicator. So there are various other substances which act as natural indicators, such as cabbage leaves, turmeric, color of petals of the some flowers such as hydrangeum, petunia, and geraniums. Okay, so now we will study about the chemical properties of acid and bases. So acid in the laboratory. So here is an activity. So how the acid or bases show change in color in the laboratory when the solution is taken. Then what are the changes take place in the litmus, red litmus paper, and blue litmus solution, phenolphthalein and methyl orange. This indicator tells us whether the substance is acidic in nature or basic by changing color. Okay, there are some substances which change odor in the acidic or basic media. These are called olfactory indicator. So we already know about the natural indicator and synthetic indicator. There is another kinds of indicator, that is olfactory indicator. Are those indicators which do not show change in color but show the change of the smell or change of odor. Olfactory means sense of smell. Okay, so here is given some example of olfactory indicator. This indicator tells whether a substance is acidic or basic. Okay, here is given example of olfactory indicator, that is the chopped onion. Okay, chopped onion is an olfactory indicator. So olfactory indicator example is onion, vanilla, etc. So how acid and base react with the metals? So acid when react with metals gives salt along with the release of hydrogen gas. Okay, so for example, when here is given an example, that is when zinc is reacted with dilute sulfuric acid, that is H2SO4, it produce zinc sulfate, which is a salt, zinc sulfate, and release of hydrogen along with release of hydrogen gases. Here the zinc metal is displace the hydrogen and form the zinc metal, and hydrogen gas is displace and release. Okay, so remember, hydrogen gas when born form pop sound. Note that the metal in the above reaction displaces the hydrogen atom of the acid and hydrogen gas is formed, and the compound is called salt. Thus the reaction of the metal with the acid can be summarized as acid plus metal gives salt along with the release of hydrogen gas. So you can now write the equation in the following. Okay, we already write about the equation. So the reaction takes place in the following: how acid that is base is react with the metals. So here is the base, that is sodium hydroxide, is taken and react with the zinc with the release of sodium zincate, that is Na2ZNO2, that is which is a salt, and along with the release of hydrogen gas. You can find the hydrogen is formed in the reaction. However, such reaction is not possible on all the metal. Okay, it is not possible for all the metal, it is only possible for the some metals. Okay, so it is not universally correct. How do metal carbonate or metal hydrocarbonate react with acid? So metal carbonate, when the metal react with the carbonate and hydrocarbonate. So here is given example of metal carbonate, that is sodium carbonate, when react with the acid, that is hydrochloric acid, then salt is formed, that is NaCl, along with release of water and carbon dioxide. Okay, so here is another example, when the metal bicarbonate, that is sodium bicarbonate, is react with hydrochloric acid, it is also form the same result, that is the sodium chloride along with the water and carbon dioxide. Okay, so limestone, chalk and marbles are the different form of calcium carbonate. So all the metal carbonate and hydrocarbonate react with the acid, give the corresponding salt, carbon dioxide and water. Okay, so metal carbonate or bicarbonate when they react with the acid, it gives salt, carbon dioxide and water. We already seen an example of this in the above. So here is how acid and base react with each other. It is very important and very interesting fact. Okay, so when acid is react with base, what is formed? We already studied about the acid and base with their properties. If acid is react with base, then the solution here is formed, the result product here is formed is salt along with release of water, and this reaction is called Neutralization reaction, because acid and base neutralize each other and salt and water is formed. All the phenomena that take place in our stomach during acidity is this reaction will take place actually. Okay, so in our stomach there is huge amount of hydrochloric acid is when formed, that is acidity is happen. We take some antacid. Okay, so antacid is nothing but a base. When the base is react with that acid and it release the salt and along with the formation of water, not hydrogen, that is water. Okay, so this is also an example of neutralization reaction. So here is given an example of when sodium hydroxide, which is a base, react with hydrochloric acid, which is acid, it form NaCl, that is a salt and water. Okay, this reaction is called a neutralization reaction. This is the word equation and this is the compound, that is the formula equation. So reaction with metal oxide with acid. Okay, metal oxide when they react with acid, how it is formed? Metal oxide when they react with acid, then the salt is formed along with the water. Okay, you will notice that the color of the solution became blue green and the copper of the copper sulfate dissolved when the copper sulfate is dissolved. Okay, so blue green solution. Here is the given example of the activity from this activity. Okay, so let's skip. Now write the balanced chemical equation for the above equation. Since the metal oxide react with the acid, give the salt and water. Similarly, the reaction of the base and salt or metallic oxide is basic oxide. Okay. So reaction of non-metallic oxide with the base. So metallic oxide when react with base is form water with salt. So when the non-metallic oxide is react with the bases, what is formed here is, you saw that the reaction between the carbon dioxide and calcium hydroxide, when they react with each other, a base is react with the carbon dioxide, produce salt and water. Since this is similar to the reaction between the acid and base, you can conclude that it has non-metallic reaction with the acidic, which is acidic in nature. Okay, so non-metallic reaction when they react with the acid base is also acidic in nature. So this is all about the acid and base. In the next class we will study about what is common between acid and base and what are the different properties of different uses of the acid and base in our daily life and what are salt. So thanks for watching this video. Keep like, share and subscribe my channel and share it with your friend. Thank you.